Hi everyone, this is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to my channel. Dungeon games, also known as tabletop role playing games or RPGs, have a rich history dating back to the early 1970s. The first game, Dungeons and Dragons or D&D, was created by Gary Gygax and Dave Arneson, drawing inspiration from miniature war games, fantasy literature, and mythology. Players took on roles of characters such as wizards, warriors, and rogues, navigating fictional worlds, overcoming challenges, and battling monsters. The game's popularity really soared in 1980s, and since then the genre has expanded to include numerous variants such as Pathfinder, World of Darkness, and Shadowrun. The rise of digital platforms, streaming devices, services, and social media has further fueled the growth of the hobby, making it more accessible and visible. Today, with the advent of AI, it has taken a new terms. Dungeon games are being enjoyed by millions worldwide, offering a unique blend of social interaction, creative storytelling, and strategic problem solving. This game, AI Dungeon, which you can see on your screen, plus there was recently a course on Andrew Ng's deeplearning.ai platform around building an AI powered game, which is primarily a dungeon game, but that was using Together API, which is a paid option. Really good stuff, but I just wanted to make something local which would use local models without worrying about the cost and API throttling, rate limiting, and that sort of stuff. So I took the code from here and other inspiration. I changed it a bit, and now in this video I'm going to show you how you can build your own dungeon game with Ollama with local models. You can use any model you like. I will be using the celebrated Llama 3.2 model locally in the contest format. If you don't know what Ollama is one of the easiest tool to run large language models locally. I already have done around 700 to 800 videos on Ollama alone from almost every angle. So I would highly recommend you to search Ollama on the channel and you should be able to find those videos. Installation is fairly simple. All you need to do is to go to ollama.com, then click on download, and then if you're on Linux, just grab the Linux one and the Windows one and just simply next, and you should be able to get it installed. I already have installed it on my system, which is this Ubuntu 22.04, and I have one GPU card, NVIDIA RTX A6000 with 48 GB of VRAM courtesy massed compute. If you're also looking to rent a GPU on very affordable prices, I will drop the link to their website in video's description. I am also going to give you a coupon code of 50% discount on range of GPUs, so do check them out. Now, I will be building it locally, so I already have my Ollama running and I have my Llama 3.2 model there. I could also use this QWQ, which is quite a good model, but it thinks a lot, so I just wanted to keep it in the role play, so that is why I'm going to go with Llama 3.2 in this one. Also, if you want to download and if you don't know how, just simply do Ollama pull and then model's name Llama 3.2, and that should download the model for you. I already have it. Let me create a virtual environment and then we will start cracking. I will be going with Python 3.10, but you can go with 3.11 or 12, but make sure as long as it is over 3.10, you should be fine. Okay, so as I said, what we are going to do here by using local models, we are going to create a role play game or RPG game or a dungeon game where I will be creating few worlds. So I one world, and then I will be creating few kingdoms in that world, and in that those kingdoms we will be creating few towns, and in every town we will create some NPC or non-player characters. Non-player characters are those characters which are not controlled by human but by the system. Okay, so my virtual environment is created. I'm just going to cd into my game. You can create a new directory, it's empty, which is good. And then now let's install Pydantic, Gradio, and also Ollama, because we will be using Ollama's Python API. I already have covered it on the channel, but this is how you just installed it with the pip command. So let's wait for it. It shouldn't take too long. It's very quick. Almost there. And now let me launch my Jupyter notebook, because I will be playing around with this in the Jupyter notebook, and we will also create a Gradio graphical user interface where we will play the game towards the end. Okay, so now let's define our world first. So first, I'm just giving it a system prompt, which is telling it that your job is to help create interesting futuristic worlds that players would love to explore. And then there are a few instructions that what I wanted to do. And the world which I want to create in this dungeon is to generate a creative description for a unique futuristic world with an interesting concept around human colonizing new planets in a distant galaxy. And then these are some of the prompt templates, world name, and this it is done. Now next up, let's specify our Ollama, and then we will create our world with Ollama. I already have shown you that I am running Llama 3.2, so this is where I am importing these libraries. I am running this Llama 3.2 model, and I am giving it the system prompt and world prompt, and I am asking it to create me a world. So let's wait, it is going to run and print out the world for you. Let me quickly show you my GPU consumption so that you would know how much GPU you require. So just under 4 gigs, so you can even run it on CPU very easily. Okay, so you see it has created a world with the name of Nova Terra, and the world description is this. Okay, now we just need to convert it into some of the JSON format. So let me do this. And as I said earlier, this is the credit of this code goes to that course from NDUNG and also the guy from AI Dungeon. Okay, so let me run it. So this is, it has just converted it into that. And now let's create kingdoms, and let me paste it here, and then we will create the kingdoms. So let me just quickly bear with me. I'm going to paste the code, and I'm going to explain it. So there, what all we are doing, so if you think about it, it's a hierarchy. At the top of the hierarchy, we have world. In world, we have 3 kingdoms, and in those kingdoms, we will define towns. So we already have defined the world, and then we are defining these, that we are saying it create 3 different colonies or kingdoms for a futuristic world. For each colony, there is 1, 2, 3. It is going to come up with the name by itself, and then we are going to define colony 1, colony 2, colony 3 in this loop, and then we are just going to print the description of colony 1. So let's wait for it. It is creating those colonies, and it is going to come up with the names by itself. There you go. So it has created a colony, Aurora Isles, Crithia Dominion, and Luminaria Enclave. So that is a typical naming convention of these dungeon games. And then I'm going to create the towns within those colonies. So for instance, it's the same pattern of code. You see, this is a function we are defining 3 different star ports for a futuristic colony. So instead of town, we are calling it star ports. So these are few of the star ports here, and then we are creating those star ports again with the help of within those kingdoms, as you can see, and then we are just displaying one of the star port here. So it is creating the star port for colony Aurora Isles. I have also changed the code a bit just to put it in some of the, I would say, error handling and stuff. There you go. So it has created 3 star ports in Aurora Isles, Helios, Caer, New Eden Outpost, and then it is going to create star ports for all of these 3 colonies. So let's wait for these. And there you go. So it has created all of these, and then it has just printed one of them as an example. Now, so we have created the world, we have created the colonies in that world, then in each colony we have created these star ports. Now in each star port, let's create some NPCs or non-player characters. Let me go up. There you go. So these are the NPC prompts. So these are all the characters. It is going to create the character, again the same pattern. Then this is a function which is creating. Again, I have altered the code a bit to introduce some error handling and that sort of stuff. So let me run it. And there you go. So it has created few of the world, a few of the NPCs in each of those. You can ignore these warnings for now. Okay, so these are the characters which it has created. Okay, so now we can just define these functions to save the world. It's a simple function where I think it is still running, I believe. Okay, it is done now. Sorry. Okay, so you see, um, this is saving the world. This is just a Python file where it is it is just a text file where it is just dumping that JSON, and then if you want to load it back, it is just reading it back in the write or read mode, and then we are saving it here. So let me run it. It is going to save it in that my game directory which I created earlier. So everything is created in terms of our dungeon. Now just to do a test run, we can just run this code. So all this code is doing, it is going to launch a Gradio demo and just a start game. This is not an actual run. This is just a test main loop. So what will happen is, let me show you. It is going to start the Gradio here. Let's wait for it. There you go. So it's a Gradio one. Whatever you say, like hello, it is going to return the test prompt. So this is showing that our game, our world, dungeon, everything is working fine. And now let's do the actual run. And if you want to explore more characters and how it looks like in the JSON file, you just need to go to that my game directory, open this myworld.json, and you see it has this all of these your kingdom and worlds it has generated there. Okay, so now let's try to play this game. So first we just need to just start with some sample here, or you could dynamically load it from the file, whatever you like. I'm just, for the ease of use, I'm just going to give it this kingdom. I want to play in my world in the kingdom Aurora Isles, and the town should be Helios Landing, and the character I want to start with is this Dr. Lyra Flynn. I have set it. And now in order to run this, let me paste the code and let me go up. So again, just like we did above, we have, this is just a startup. You can use the above one or you can just give it again. So this is a system prompt. It is going to replace the values which just gave in the previous cell. And then it is calling this model Llama 3.2 from local system. It is starting it. It is saving the world again. We already have done it. You don't have to do it again, but just for the completion, I'm showing you. And then this is what the action will start. It is going to replace this, and then it is going to loop through it. This is a game state, and this is a main loop which I am defining. So let me run it. And this is where it has initialized everything. That you see that it has just given us the starting scenario where we find ourselves standing on the bustling spaceport platform of this, surrounded by a mix of sleek spacecraft and eclectic alien vessels. And as Dr. Lyra Flynn, you have just finished a meeting with your research team at the Starport's laboratory to discuss their latest finding, and then you glance down at your comlink, which is still active from the meeting. You have several messages, and these are the messages from counselors, all the other characters which are present there. And then there is also an unknown sender. Then which message would you like to respond? So this is the starting. Now to start the Gradio diamond stuff, we will just run this main loop, which will go into infinite loop, which is going to run the actions here. So let me run it. And as soon as I have run it, it has started this Gradio demo, which starts our actual AI RPG game. You can just start talking like look around and then click on submit. It is going to look around and tell us what is there. There you go. It says, as you walk through the bustling terminal of Helios Landing, Starport, the hum of transportation tubes and chatter of travelers fill the air. You notice a cluster of curious onlookers and all that stuff, and then you can there is a familiar figure, and then you are trying to recall who is this figure. And of course it is your innovation, your imagination, how you proceed with it. Now if you really think about it, this is all the magic of AI and all the models. All we have done here is, if you step back and think, is that we have provided it few of the system prompts, few of the characters, and that's about it. And there is a very run of the mill Python which is in play at the back end. So you can even just throw everything like this in any model, any model. It could be Llama 70 billion, Google Gemini, Anthropic Claude, or ChatGPT, and ask it to convert this into maybe some other hierarchy. It is going to convert it very easily for you. Or you just want to create a some sort of project planning, you can do that. You can create a organization hierarchy, you can do that. You can just create some sort of API hierarchy where it is a nested APIs. You can create anything you like. So as long as you know how this is working, you don't have to be a Python expert for this. You can not only build these sort of games, you can build anything with this hierarchy, with this simple prompting. So I hope that you enjoyed it. I will drop the link to not only this this course, and then from there you can access this AI engine and everything. You can also check out the code is available there. If you want this code, I'm also I will shortly also upload this code which I have just shown you in my GitHub repo, and I will also give you the link. I hope that you enjoyed it. Again, a huge shout out to this course which made it possible. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're already subscribed, please share it among your network as it helps a lot. Thank you for watching.